I'm very proud to have fun at what we do. I've always collected music, but I've never thought that I could become a DJ. Some guys here in Jacksonville took me under their wing. I was horrible back then. I mean, I couldn't even blend songs together whatsoever. There's not really that much of an EDM scene there in South Georgia at all. It's all country and rap. I started producing about 4 years ago, and they were bad. I think it's Howie, yeah, but I'm not sure, yeah. I should know my label. And once I've finished going international, then I'll be really happy. My wife will be happy too.
How would you define your sound?
No, I'm just playing. I still want to learn from other
Right.
people. I was hooking up my set to play, and I disconnected his. Networking.
Yeah. Hello, here we are with DJ Howie.
Hello, hello. Salud, salud.
Do you want to start by introducing yourself?
Yes, my name is DJ Howie. I reside from Pelham, Georgia. I come all the way from out here to Jacksonville to DJ Orlando. I do all of North Florida as an EDM artist, and I'm trying to shoot my way up and become international one day,
Yeah, so
like a household name, like Tiesto or that kind of thing.
right. So do you want to tell us about what were you saying a moment ago, like your background as
Oh
a
yeah, my background. I have my traditional training here in Jacksonville for almost 7 years while I was attending college, and then I moved back home, and now I've been DJing altogether 20 years this year. So it's been a very long voyage, and I've done regional things, like I've been all around North Florida, Middle Florida, Orlando. I've hosted my own festivals before.
Okay.
Choose the Earth Fest, whatever, if we ever pull it back up again, but. It's been a long journey, and I'm very proud to have fun at what we do.
Right. So I want to start by asking you, how did you feel being here and playing here at 444?
Uh, I have always loved playing here at 444 because it just feels like I'm going back to my initial roots, like just a smaller venue with me connecting with the people like right there in front of me. Because it's really hard once you start growing and you start playing for more and more people to try to reconnect, and that's why I love Studio 444 is reconnect. And also I got an invitation to come play, so I was like, yeah, I will come.
Yeah. And so how did you feel tonight?
I feel amazing. There's a couple of hiccups, but other than that, I got the crowd really engaged, and I think it's gonna that same vibe is gonna carry through the rest of the night.
Right. So, okay, so let's start from the beginning. You say you started being a DJ in college. How did that happen?
There was a rent-a-center that was right beside where I lived at, and they had some speakers and some PA equipment, and I done my first birthday party back in 2012, 2008, somewhere around that time frame. I can't remember. And that's when I got the hook. Like I was saying before, I got a bunch of my training here in Jacksonville. I bought my first PA, I done my first birthday party, and I was hooked. I enjoyed it. I've always collected music, but I've never thought that I could become a DJ. And then some guys here in Jacksonville took me under their wing at a club, and I was horrible back then. I mean, I couldn't even blend songs together whatsoever. And they took me under their wing, and they were like, here, we're going to show you how to correctly do this. And that was it. And then I was off to the races after that. I really enjoy what I do, because I travel, like I was saying before, I travel all over North Florida, all over Central Florida to play. And I live in Georgia. So there's not really that much of an EDM scene there in South Georgia at all. It's all country and rap and stuff. But there's no EDM. So I travel all over the place to play, and I'm willing to go anywhere.
Okay. So talking about that, about the community, how do you find the EDM community here in Jacksonville?
I find it sometimes very cliche quote sometimes, but that just depends on the people that you're around. Other than that, I've found it very, very welcoming, especially when I was coming up in the early 2012, 2013 time frame. Like I was saying before, some people took me under their wing, and there was no, don't do it this way, but do it this way. And I decided that I was going to take another couple of courses, like a DJ course from Pete Tong, a DJ Academy, 5 years ago, just to refresh myself and to try to become more of an international star on producing and that kind of thing. Because you have to have 80-20. So 80% of music is your music and 20% of music is other people's music.
Okay.
So in order to make it through the charts.
Yeah.
And you got to have that number one single too. So, we're working on that one.
So you think that to be a good DJ, you have to produce?
Oh,
also,
absolutely. Nowadays, you have to be a producer too. It's just part of the. You have to be a graphic designer. You have to be a promoter to promote yourself. You have to get out there and sell your ideas. I mean, you just got to push everything that you are, and you have to keep your Instagram clean. There's no pictures of you hanging out with your kids on your Instagram, that kind of thing. So you have to look like an artist,
right.
24/7.
Professional, yeah. And okay, so let's talk about you as a producer. When did you start it? And
I started producing about 4 years ago,
okay.
and they were bad. There were some drum and bass tracks that were just horrible, and there were some Afro house tracks that I made that were just, I didn't even want to put them on. But knowing how things are in today, you have to have content. You have to have something for the producers or the bookers to look at. So it's like, better have something than nothing. So.
Okay. Like a portfolio.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It doesn't matter if it's bad, but you did something, so you can show it. Okay, so how did you learn? Like right now, you keep producing, right? So how did you learn and became better in that?
From Pete Tong DJ Academy. They have a producing course that's on there, and you can produce. It helps you work with Ableton, and that's been a godsend because I've just not. I mean, I'm computer illiterate. I'm good with computers, but I've never messed with Ableton at all.
Okay, so that helped you to produce
To get better. Oh yeah, a lot better.
And right now, how many songs do you have or albums?
In my portfolio, I have 10 songs that are just under my label, DJ Howie label. But I think it's Howie. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I should know my label. But in South Georgia, you have to have in order to be. You have to have a business license, and you have to have it's basically like a label, but it's your own business that you're doing. Because a lot of places won't hire you or hire you as a DJ in Georgia if you don't have those things. Okay. It's different than Georgia versus Florida. There's different things.
Okay.
So and there's like a plethora of DJs nowadays. Like, I'm a DJ. So it helps to have something under your belt to separate yourself from other people. So that's why I chose to go to Pete Tong DJ Academy, so that not only will I get the extra support from them, but also the networking end of it. So all of my big fans are all overseas too. So I'm trying to go international, and once I've finished going international, then I'll be really happy. And I could retire. My wife will be happy too.
That's great. So that's your goal.
Yes, right? Absolutely.
And you want to be international as a producer, as a DJ, or both?
I want to be recognized as a DJ. Okay. Like, that's where my heart has always been. I used to be an open format DJ. That means I played all spectrums all the time. And then I've transitioned over to, like, who do I want to be known as? What do I want to be known as? So then it'll be a tech house or a deep house DJ. So
to define your sound, right? So how would you define your sound? Like, for the people that don't know you.
No, I'm just playing. No, I would say that my sound is definitely a tech house area, but more kind of the Afro house style on the low end of the spectrum. Because I like to have that challenge to make a full song instead of just 4 beats on the floor and then a couple of drums and then boom, I have a song. No, I want to make something and produce something that is better that's going to last. It's not going to be just, okay, a couple of people bought this song. I want it to pay homage to the industry as well. Mm-hmm. Not just something that's going to be, like I said before, a one-hit kill. I want something that's going to last for like 20 years, and people are going to look back on it and go, "Oh wow, that's still a great song."
Right. Like something that
Yeah,
stays
that stays
in
within the current.
and makes history somehow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if someone saw you tonight for their first time, what do you want them to think about you?
That he knows how to DJ, Roger. I mean, that's really just the bottom line. It's like I'm up there to entertain, and I'm up there to make sure that you have a great time, and that's my main goal every time that I get up there. As nervous as I can be, or as nervous as you are when you get up there, I believe it's my job to ensure that you have a good time.
Uh-huh. And how do you connect with the crowd when you're playing?
Screaming at them, paying them attention, dropping the volume down to the music, spinning, back spinning, like just little tricks of the trade, you know.
Like to get attention.
Absolutely, like drop the music out, and you heard me do that a couple of times, and then everybody kind of stares at you, you know, and then it's kind of like you're there to entertain, not just to play music, but be their entertainer. So that's one part that I learned from not the EDM side, but more of the wedding side of everything, is you're there to entertain.
Like the people is not there to listen to your music,
Right.
but to dance.
Right,
or-
absolutely, yeah. And if you can connect with them, that's even better.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I feel like I connected with everybody here. You know, but that's the cue. Like, you don't want to just come to somewhere for me and just see a person up there. It's just music, you know. But to me, if he's connecting with us and he's involving himself with the crowd, I enjoy that so much better.
Right. So when you're playing, do you overthink what you're doing, or you just flow with it?
24/7 overthink what I'm doing. 24/7.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like when I'm up there, I when I started my set and that guy was like, no, I'll stop the set. You know, I was like, no. I was like, I like the challenge of trying to blend in to what you were playing, and then what I was doing, and then it kind of worked. It kind of didn't work. So, I've kind of I like that challenge because, like I was saying before, I came in from an open format side, so I can blend a 174 song with a 128 song BPM and try to make it work somehow.
Okay.
That's very, very difficult in our genre to even do that. So
That would you say that is a challenge for you, like playing?
yeah, it's a good challenge for me. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's like I want to learn. I'm still a student. Even though I'm 20 years in, I still want to learn from other
Right.
people. So
And what other challenge do you think that the DJs have to overcome?
networking, that's the number one thing. If you can't get out there and network and promote yourself, you might as well just stay home and be a bedroom DJ. But I mean, honestly, I'm just being honest, because it kind of hurts the community to have 50 or 60 DJs that are just up there to play music and say, oh, I can play this track or I can play this one. If you're not out there making new friends and connecting with other DJs in your community, you're not building the community up. You're not making it better for the next DJ behind you. And that's what I've always done. Back home, I have 5 DJs that are back home in my area that still do weddings and stuff that have been not really under me, but not being under me is not the right word, but apprenticed through me.
Okay, yeah.
So that they could become a DJ and be better at what they do and learn the tricks of the trade without having to fail a lot. And they've been all really successful.
Okay. And I want to know, like, from you, a DJ with all this career behind their 20 years of
Yeah.
career, what was your best and worst moment as a DJ?
Oh my Lord, my best and worst moment as a DJ. My best moment was 2019 at home base in Orlando. There was a silent disco, and I got invited to come to perform at the silent disco, and all of the crowd was all wearing my color. That was really amazing for me. Then it was like, oh wow, this is amazing. I have a picture on my phone, obviously, because I was like having fun and
like pouring Jaeger in people's mouths and everything like that, But the whole entire crowd was all my color, which was like a homage to me. That's my highlight that I like to think of, because that's the biggest crowd that I have ever played for. That was over 500 people.
Oh, wow.
That was out there at the silent disco with all the disco headsets on. And they were all, well, I mean, there were some that were around the other color, but they were all pretty much wearing my color. The worst thing that I have ever done was in 2012, before Club TSI closed. They had a 36-hour DJ event where like DJs came through and they were playing for 36 hours straight. The club stayed open for 36 hours. And a buddy of mine that wasn't a buddy of mine at that time was playing before me, and I was hooking up my set to play, and I disconnected his. Like only 10 minutes into his set.
Okay.
And we was not friends at that time at all. So he looked at me and he gave me the big finger and he said, complete my set and your set. You blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go into the words. But then that was one of the guys that took me under his wing afterward and was like, hey, you're doing stuff wrong. Like, let me help you.
Don't disconnect people.
Yeah, don't disconnect another DJ. And he was mid-set. Like, everybody was jiving, There were people on the dance floor. I mean, it was a big, big, big thing,
That's wild.
Yeah, and, like, that was the worst thing that I have ever done. I mean, I've done some pretty weird stuff, but I've never, like, that was the one time. And I learned. That was it. That took one time to learn that.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned at clubs, like big, or like regular local clubs where I have to like DJ and be the bouncer. If somebody's getting bounced out, never talk about them again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to kind of make fun of them. Like I would say, if somebody was drinking too much, I would be like, hey, he was drinking too much, so he got bounced out. Ha 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 ha. Well, his wife was still in the bar. And she came over and she had a big old to-do with me. She smacked me in my face. So I learned back then, because when I DJ'd here in Jacksonville, I never DJ'd for like a local bar. So I never DJ'd like top 40 music.
Mm-hmm.
I was only DJing like EDM style music. So when I moved back home, that's where I learned how to DJ like at a local venue, like a local top 40 venue. And then it kind of opened my eyes up to different styles of DJing. And I wanted to be a student, so I started looking at like Jeff Mills, Carl Cox, what inspired them, who inspired the people that inspire me.
And who inspired you?
Carl Cox, Benny Benassi, Pete Tong, Jamie Jones. A lot of the house music DJs in Europe are all my big inspiration.
Okay. And okay, so we're coming to an end. I want you to say what you like the most about playing here at 444.
Eddie. Bottom line. I love Eddie. Me and Eddie go back 3 years to when this place first opened. And I like how small it is. Like, I like the venue. I just really enjoy reconnecting, like I was talking about before, reconnecting with a smaller crowd, that are here to enjoy the music, no matter what the type is, and just reconnecting.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
And yeah, and I saw you talking with other DJs. And
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Networking.
yeah. Yeah.
That's the
and
key.
Building community.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
as you said, no ego, just.
Absolutely. And I've always been humble. Always been like because I learned really, really early on, you can't win if you're one. You win if you're a bunch of people. Because I might be good at one thing, and you might be good at another, interviewing. You see what I'm saying? So if we work together, then bam, yeah, it's a win-win.
Right. Okay, well, so thank you so much for being here and for your time. I hope that it went great and that you have fun.
Absolutely.
And yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
DJ Howie, let's go.